Hey there! I'm sure you know how easy technology has made our lives. For instance, you're watching this video to get information that before you could only get face to face. Now, we can communicate with people when they are not physically present. How do we do that? We use phone calls, video calls, text messages, and emails to communicate. And that is what we will learn today. Writing emails and text messages. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to send emails and text messages. Identify the non-essentials in emails and text messages. Okay, let's learn how to send messages through emails. The first thing you need to do is to get an email account. It is free, but you need a device that has the internet like a smartphone or a computer. This is the To field, and it is where you type the email address of whom you are sending the email to. It must have an @ sign in the address. Be sure the address is spelled correctly with no spaces. An example of an email address is me@smile.com. Next is the subject. This is a brief summary of your email. You can add any references or numbers that make it easy to recognize for the receiver. Many people read their emails based on the subject line. The body of the email comes next. This is where you write your message. It usually starts with a greeting. You need to be brief. Use correct grammar and spelling. You can add links to other documents or websites, as well as add files from your device with this symbol here. When you are done, go through your email to make sure everything is correct before clicking the send button. You'll get a notification on your screen if your message was delivered or not. Now, let's go over some do's and don'ts of writing emails, starting with the do's. 1. Use an informative subject line, which says what the email is about. 2. Write the most important information first. 3. Use numbers and bullet points to make the message clearer. 4. Use simple grammar. 5. Write short sentences. And 6. Use paragraphs to keep the email clear and easy to understand. Now, here are the don'ts. 1. Don't write hello as your subject line. 2. Don't write about irrelevant issues. 3. Don't give personal information that you don't want anyone else to know. 4. Don't use capital letters to write whole words, as in emails, this is considered shouting. 5. Don't use different fonts in the email. The recipient's device may not be compatible. 6. Don't use italics. The reason may be misunderstood due to cultural differences. 7. Don't use exclamation marks. And 8. Don't use abbreviations like HBD, HWRU, as the recipient may not understand them. Lastly, don't use smileys for professional emails. Writing text messages are shorter than emails. There are no essentials like subjects, greetings, and signature like we have in emails. We use text messages to send short messages, and we can use abbreviations and smileys, but it depends on who you are sending the message to. You don't necessarily need the internet to send text messages. Having network from providers like MTN or Airtel is okay. When writing your text message, type in the recipient's number or select it from your contact list. Type your message in the text box and hit the send button. Both emails and text messages are paperless, appealing to our global need to conserve resources. They are faster alternatives of communication, especially with the speed and efficiency which users need to transfer files and documents. They both have no time or place barriers and send to a lot of people with one click. When choosing whether to send an email or text message, consider 1. How the individual said they preferred to be contacted. 2. The length of your message. 3. The content of your message. 4. If it requires attachments and the kind of attachments. And with that, we've come to the end of today's lesson. We have learned how to send emails and text messages and identify the non-essentials in emails and text messages. It's assessment time. See you in the next lesson.